So we were up to the equation formation for actual depth of neutral axis, right? So this you can see from IS 456 annexure G also. So whenever you are going to design for beam member, then you need to open this annexure G for all the equations. So this is annexure G and this one is the equation. This one is annexure G and this is the equation to find the actual depth of neutral axis. Right, now so if I divide by d over here and d over here, then it will become same equation as per annexure G. Otherwise this equation is also correct. Okay. Now coming to moment of resistance. Now what is moment of resistance? Now in your bending stresses in beams chapter, you have derived one equation, m upon I is equal to f upon y is equal to E upon R. This equation you have derived in your bending stresses in beam. In this equation, this M stands for moment of resistance. Actually, when you have derived this equation, this M was moment of resistance. Later on, for the example purpose, this M you are considering as bending moment of the beam. So depend on the support condition and depend on the loading criteria, you are considering M is equal to bending moment and you are finding the bending moment value, and then after the other calculation part you have done in this chapter. Is it uh, remembering to you? आपको याद आ रहा है? This thing you have done in your, I think, strength of material subject. So there is a difference between bending moment and moment of resistance. Moment of resistance MR. Right, now what is this bending moment? Bending moment is a moment generated due to applied load on the beam. So when any beam is subjected to load, UDL load or point load or any kind of load, and if that beam generates some stresses in terms of bending, then that is called the bending moment. And what is moment of resistance? Moment of resistance is a resistance offered by a beam material itself to resist against the bending moment. Means here the material property which you have used in the beam, that will offer the resistance towards this bending moment value, and that moment created is known as moment of resistance, right? So there are three possibility occur for this condition: bending moment less than moment of resistance, bending moment is equal to moment of resistance, and bending moment is more than moment of resistance, right? Now the first meaning is that the beam bending is less than the material strength, right? So you require this kind of condition in your structure, in your beam, that whatever is the bending moment, that should less than the resistance offered by the material that you have used. Second is bending moment equal to moment of resistance, that whatever is the bending, that can be easily resisted by same amount is resisted by moment of resistance, and here bending moment is more than moment of resistance. If you fall in this category, third category, then your beam will fail because bending moment is more and the material strength is less. So either you can use first part or second part for the safer design, right? Now coming to first part, as this value is not seeable value, means you cannot see that what is moment of resistance. So for the practical purpose, what we are adopting, that we are designing such a section that whatever will be the bending moment, that equal to moment of resistance. And that's why in your bending stresses equation, you have used this term bending moment is equal to moment of resistance, and your this m you are going to put value of your bending moment of the beam, right? So here also moment of resistance is same that I have explained over here, that it is the resistance offered by the material itself. So code has given the value, or the material is giving some resistance value, so that whatever the bending moment occur into your beam, you can design accordingly. So that moment, say for example moment is equal to force into distance. So here also there are two type of force or stress. There are two type of force is acting. One is the compressive force and second one is the tension force. So if you want moment of resistance for compression, then compression force into distance, that will give the moment. And if you want moment for the tension, then tension force into distance, that will give the tension force. Sorry, moment due to tension. So here I am finding this moment of resistance for the compression side, because in my case, in my diagram, there are two stresses, compression also and tension also. So I can get the two moment, one moment due to compression, one moment due to tension. So this is my final diagram, that this is my total compression force, 0.36 FCKB into XU. This is acting at the CG, so CG is 0.42 XU. So this lever arm distance from here will be d minus 0.42 XU, right? So if I require the moment with respect to compression, then that is equal to compression force into lever arm distance. So this Z is nothing but the lever arm distance, right? So that is 0.33 FCK B into XU, and this is my lever arm distance. So this is my equation for the compression, or you can say the equation for the concrete part. So this is the moment generated due to, or moment of resistance offered by the concrete. Why by the concrete? Because see over here, the grade of concrete is coming in this equation. So this is the equation for the compression side or concrete side. Same for the tension side. Moment due to tension is equal to mu is equal to T tension force into lever arm distance. Again lever arm distance is d minus 0.42 XU, and T is equal to 0.87 FIAST. So 0.87 FIAST into d minus 0.42 XU. So this is my moment due to tension force. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So yeah, one is for compression and one is for tension. Or in another word, compression is offering the resistance in the compression side. Sorry, concrete is offering the resistance in the compression side, and tension is giving the resistance in the tension side. Steel is giving the resistance in the tension side. So these are the two equations. So this equation I am writing in once again over here. So mu compression equation is 0.36 FCK B into XU, right? And steel equation mu is equal to 0.87 F5 AST into D minus 0.42 XU. Here also 0.36 FCK B into XU into D minus lever arm distance 0.42 XU. Right, now these two equations are given in annexure G. Now Now see over here the same page, annexure G. This is the equation for the tension or the steam. See this, mu is equal to 0.87 F5 AST, and this term, this right side term B into 1 minus 1 AST F5 upon media, this term is achieved if you, कैसे किया मैं बताती हूँ यहाँ से आपको. If you put in this equation, this is xu. If you put xu is equal to this equation, ये equation अगर xu का आप यहाँ पे रखोगे, and if you simplify, then you will get this same equation. You will get this same equation, right? Or else इसमें से कोई, इसमें सब value डालो, or if you put all the value in this equation, both will give the same answer. Both equations are same, only that the way of writing is different by putting value of xu in this equation. यहाँ पे xu नहीं है, there is no xu in this equation because xu की value ये जो है ऊपर का equation वो यहाँ पे insert कर लिया है and it is simplified. Clear everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, now coming to this equation, this is also available in this code. See, this equation is available, 0.36 FCKBD square. Now again this equation is looking somewhat different than this equation. So what is that difference? Here if I want to write the same equation like this, तो यहाँ पे क्या किया है, 0.36 FCK, ये यहाँ पे लिखा है 0.36 FCK. ये D को बाहर निकाला, यहाँ से ये D को बाहर निकाला, और one more D is multiplying and divided, so BD square, right? देन जो डिवाइड किया उसको मैंने यहाँ पे लिखा xu के नीचे, xu by d इंटू, ये यहाँ पे d हो बाहर निकला तो 1 माइनस 0.42 xu by. Now is it same as given in code?
Yes, ma'am.
So now it is same, right? Now one more difference is there. Here it is given mu lim, यहाँ पे ये mu lim limit, right? So now what is that? That is called the limiting moment of resistance. Same as limiting depth of neutral axis, code has given the limiting value depend on the limiting depth of neutral axis, that this is the maximum moment allowed in the beam, right? Or in another word, that this is the limiting value of moment if your moment is increasing with respect to this, then you need to redesign your beam, right? So उसको बोलते हैं लिमिटिंग मोमेंट. तो लिमिटिंग मोमेंट कैसे मिलेगा? इफ यू रिप्लेस योर xu बाय xu lim, अगर आप एक्चुअल डेप्थ ऑफ न्यूट्रल एक्सिस की जगह लिमिटिंग डेप्थ ऑफ न्यूट्रल एक्सिस लिख दे हुए वो इक्वेशन में, देन योर इक्वेशन बिकम mu की जगह वो इक्वेशन हो जाएगा mu lim. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Right, because in this equation only the variable parameter is xu. तो xu की जगह आप xu lim डाल दोगे, see this, then your mu will become mu lim. तो ये equation में अगर मैं limiting लिख देती हूँ, then here it will be max or limit, here also it will be max or limit, right? So this equation also derived. This equation also derived. Now what is influence of this limiting value and actual value in the design part? So now we are going to see that part also. Right. So now comparison of XU and XU lim. Now remember one thing, annexure G is having equation for actual depth of neutral axis, इक्वेशन फॉर स्टील, तो ये इक्वेशन से आपको स्टील के रेनफोर्समेंट मिलेंगे, एरिया ऑफ रेनफोर्समेंट यहाँ से मिलेगा, एंड दिस इक्वेशन इज इक्वेशन फॉर कॉन्क्रीट, राइट. सो दिस थ्री इक्वेशन, ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दिस थ्री इक्वेशन ओनली यू विल डू द बीम डिज़ाइन. बीम डिज़ाइन करने के लिए आपको ये तीन इक्वेशन चाहिए विच इज़ अवेलेबल इन एनेक्सर जी. बट हाउ this equation derived, that we have seen. We are not going to ask that how you have generated this equation. ये equation कैसे form किया वो आपको नहीं पूछा जाएगा. This is for your understanding only. Now coming to this, what is correlation of XU and XU lim and why this XU and XU lim is so important to understand and to get the value of that. So there are three section you can consider for the beam design. Either you can design your beam as a balance section. What is that? I will discuss. But the beam design करने के लिए either you can consider your section as balance section or under reinforced section, or this third figure is over reinforced section. So either you can design over reinforced section, right? Now how you can find whether your section is balanced, under or over? For that, this is the condition. Depend on the depth of neutral axis. If your actual depth of neutral axis is equal to limiting depth of neutral axis, then it is called the balanced section. If actual is less than the limiting, then it is called the under reinforced section. And if XU is more than limiting, then that is called the over reinforced section, right? So by the value you can define whether the section is balanced, under or over. XU lim कैसे find करते हैं? How to find XU lim? Can anyone tell me? XU lim कैसे मिलेगा आपको? लास्ट लेक्चर में देखा हमने हाउ टू फाइंड XU lim. चलो जुगल, बनन, दर्शिता,
कोड में से.
कोड में से, राइट. कोड में कहाँ मैंने दिखाया था आपको? क्लॉज नंबर 38.1 के नोट में है. डिपेंड ऑन डिफरेंट स्टील ग्रेड यू कैन फाइंड द XU lim. ठीक है. देन कमिंग टू XU, हाउ टू फाइंड XU? एक्चुअल डेप्थ ऑफ न्यूट्रल एक्सिस कैसे मिलेगा आपको? इक्वेशन. कौन सा इक्वेशन? दिस इक्वेशन, राइट. So by that you can find the whether the section is balanced, under or over. But now what is meaning of physical meaning? What is the actual condition of balanced section, under section and over section? So that I am explaining you. Here just I am going to show you. This is your limiting neutral axis, that is XU lim. तो बैलेंस सेक्शन में क्या होगा? योर XU lim एंड योर एक्चुअल बोथ आर सेम. तो ये ऐसा बना आपका सेक्शन. अंडर एनफोर्स में क्या होगा? दिस इज योर XU lim, XU कम होगा, देन दिस इज योर. एंड ओवर में क्या होगा? देखो XU इज रियल, so this is the portion of compression. Right. Now can anyone tell me what is the influence of this compression diagram on the section of the beam? कुछ समझ में आ रहा है ये क्या क्या हो रहा है, ये डायग्राम में क्या चेंज दिख रहा है आपको? आप डिजाइन करोगे ये डायग्राम से। ये डायग्राम क्या है? स्ट्रेस डायग्राम। दिस इज कॉल्ड द स्ट्रेस प्रोफाइल। ये स्ट्रेस प्रोफाइल में ये कंप्रेशन साइड है, ये कंप्रेशन और ये कंप्रेशन। कुछ समझ में आ रहा है क्या हो सकता है इसमें? कुछ भी सही गलत डोंट केयर अबाउट इट। मनन, I know 2-3 people those who are answering, that's why I am calling their name. Jugal, मनन, कुछ आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हो इसमें से क्या हो सकता है? What could be the reason? कुछ भी रैंडम जो भी समझ में आ रहा है इसमें से, ये क्या आपको समझ में आ रहा है? Say at least yes or no so I can go further.
No, ma'am.
Okay,
No.
so as you are aware that your section is made up by concrete and steel, right? Both this material is having different property. One is a ductile elastic material, steel is a elastic ductile material, concrete is a brittle material. Steel is having more capacity for the elongation, concrete is having no capacity for the elongation. That's why when steel fail it will give the more elongation and then after it will fail, whereas in concrete will fail suddenly, right? So if you are making your member for steel and concrete together, then you must clear about that your section is failing in compression or it failing in tension. मतलब कि आपका जो मेंबर दो मेंबर यूज किया है तो टेंशन फर्स्ट फेल होता है या कंप्रेशन फेल होता है। तो इन बैलेंस सेक्शन the steel yielding and the concrete yield both will yield simultaneously. मतलब कि जब बैलेंस सेक्शन फेल होता है, if the section fail and if it is in balance section, then your steel and concrete together will reach its maximum limit and it will fail simultaneously. कंक्रीट और स्टील दोनों साथ में फेल होगा। कंक्रीट फेल होगा मतलब कंक्रीट बाहर आ जाएगा, कंक्रीट में क्रैक्स होगा, part of the concrete will fall down. Steel fail होगा मतलब steel also will come out from the concrete and it will also bend. That is the case of balance section, but both this activity is going parallelly. Concrete and steel both together will fail and your structure fail or your member fail. What about under reinforced section? In under reinforced section, steel will yield first and then after concrete. What is meaning of this? क्या समझ में आ रहा है इसका मीनिंग? पहले स्टील यील्ड होगा और उसके बाद कंक्रीट. What is meaning of that? In terms of failing, कौन फेल होगा फर्स्ट?
Steel.
Steel, right? So in under reinforced section, first steel will fail and then after concrete will fail, right? So the yielding or the maximum limit reached in the steel is first and then after in concrete, right? In over reinforced section, concrete yield first, concrete reach its maximum limit and then after steel, right? Now here in under reinforced section, if steel yield means you are having more elongation time before the failure of concrete. But here in over-reinforced section, steel will remain as it is because your concrete fail first and then after steel. So as a structure engineer, for a safer design, what you prefer, balance section, under-reinforced section or over-reinforced section? कौन सा सेक्शन हमें प्रोवाइड करना चाहिए? हमें कौन सा फेलर फर्स्ट चाहिए? कंक्रीट फेल होना चाहिए या स्टील फेल होना चाहिए?
Concrete.
पहले कंक्रीट.
कंक्रीट फेल होना चाहिए. Means you required sudden failure without warning.
No, ma'am.
You required sudden failure without warning, or
No, ma'am.
you required warning before the failure.
Warning.
Yes.
Right, you required warning before the failure, and that's why somewhere in construction site also you have seen that the bending is occurring into the member. Somewhere some cracks are developed. Somewhere you can see the reinforcement are coming out. But if the concrete fail, there will be the full or the total collapse of your member or the structure, because it will not give any of the bending effect in concrete. concrete में bend नहीं होगा, वो सीधा ही fail हो जाएगा. concrete part slab पूरा का पूरा नीचे आ जाएगा, कॉलम पूरा फेल हो जाएगा, कोलेप्स हो जाएगा. बट अगर स्टील फेल होता है तो क्या होगा, वो इलास्टिक नेचर का है तो वो एक्सपांड होगा सो दैट यू कैन सी कि मेरा ये जो मेंबर है वो बेंड होना चालू हो रहा है, या फिर आई कैन सी द रेनफोर्समेंट कमिंग आउट फ्रॉम द कंक्रीट. राइट, so in that case you can repair your structure, you can make an alternate arrangement for your structure by confining or by providing additional reinforcement, and you can strengthen your member. But if you don't get the time, then you will not secure your structure. Right, so as a structure engineer, as a safer design, we require to have our beam design fall into the under reinforced section, बैलेंस सेक्शन भी हमें नहीं चाहिए. वी डोंट रिक्वायर कि स्टील और कंक्रीट दोनों साथ में फेल हो. वी कैन अलाउ स्टील फेल फर्स्ट, क्योंकि स्टील फेल फर्स्ट हो उसका मतलब हमें टाइम बहुत मिलेगा बिफोर कंप्रेशन फेल और कंक्रीट फेल. इज इट क्लियर?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, so again the same thing, under info section. अंडर इन्फो सेक्शन में XU का इक्वेशन, दिस वन इज द स्टील इक्वेशन. ये देखो XU की जगह ये इक्वेशन डाल दिया है यहाँ, तो सेम इक्वेशन. बैलेंस सेक्शन में क्या होगा, XU इक्वल टू XU lim. whenever you replace your XU with XU lim, your MU will become MU lim. See over here, XU की जगह XU lim, तो MU will become MU lim. And in this tension equation also. Right, now if you find over reinforced section, then you need to redesign. You need to redesign your member. How to redesign, that we will see later on at the time of design example. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes.
ma'am.
Right, now coming to this limiting area of steel. Now as the code has given the limiting value of XU depend on grade of steel, this XU lim give effect on moment of resistance also, so it will giving the limiting value of moment of resistance, and same way the code has given the limiting value of area of steel also. Right, now what is the meaning of this MU lim in terms of design, that we will see in next part. जब हम डिज़ाइन करेंगे तब कि MU lim को हम कंपैरिजन का किसके साथ करेंगे? जैसे हमने XU के लिए XU और XU lim को कंपेयर किया टू गेट वेदर द सेक्शन इज बैलेंस सेक्शन, ओवर सेक्शन और अंडर सेक्शन, वो XU और XU lim को कंपेयर करके किया। वैसे ही हम आगे जाके करेंगे MU को, MU lim को MU के साथ कंपेयर करेंगे, एंड देन वी विल सी वेदर अवर सेक्शन बीम इज सिंगली रेनफोर्स्ड बीम सेक्शन और डबली रेनफोर्स बीम सेक्शन, वो मैं आगे आपको कराऊंगी, राइट। सो विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू MU एंड MU lim का कंपैरिजन करके वी विल सी वेदर द बीम इज सिंगली रेनफोर्स बीम और डबली रेनफोर्स बीम. What is singly, what is doubly, that we will see later on. Now coming to this AST limit. AST limit हमें कैसे मिलेगा? There is one term which is known as percentage steel. Percentage steel. Now this percentage steel is defined as, denoted as this PT. PT means percentage steel. P stands for percentage, T means steel. PT. Right. So this, there is one correlation between PT and AST, area of steel. तो एरिया ऑफ स्टील का एक इक्वेशन है, AST इज इक्वल टू PT BD अपॉन 100. द मीनिंग इज कितना परसेंटेज आपने स्टील डाला है बीम में, तो वो स्टील जो भी डाला है विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू क्रॉस सेक्शन ऑफ बीम. सो PT BD अपॉन 100 विल गिव द एरिया ऑफ स्टील. यू कैन फाइंड एरिया ऑफ स्टील विथ नंबर ऑफ बार इंटू डायामीटर ऑफ 1 बार. ये इक्वेशन से तो आपको स्टील मिलता ही है. अगर आपके पास परसेंटेज स्टील है then you can use this equation to find area of steel, right? So AST is equal to, remember this thing, write down in your notebook also, AST is equal to PTBD upon 100. now I required AST limit value. तो AST limit के लिए ये थोड़ा फॉर्मुलेशन यहाँ पे किया है, that इधर PT lim is equal to 100 AST lim upon BD. ये इक्वेशन में मैंने PT को सब्जेक्ट कर लिया, right? now here what I have written, tension is equal to compression. So tension का इक्वेशन यहाँ पे मैंने डाला 0.87 Fy AST. AST की जगह I required limit value, so AST lim. यहाँ पे ये AST lim कर दिया. और मुझे लिमिटिंग वैल्यू चाहिए, तो लिमिटिंग वैल्यू चाहिए देन योर FC के B इंटू XU की जगह आप लिख दो XU lim. लिमिटिंग वैल्यू चाहिए, सो आई एम राइटिंग XU lim. तो यहाँ पे देखो XU lim कर दिया. कंप्रेशन का इक्वेशन 0.36 FC के B इंटू XU. नाउ AST lim अपॉन BD कर दिया लेफ्ट साइड पे, एंड दिस इज माय राइट साइड ऑफ दिस इक्वेशन. नाउ दिस AST अपॉन BD इज PT lim अपॉन 100. यही इक्वेशन को मैंने यहाँ पे अप्लाई किया और ये इक्वेशन को ऐसे फॉर्मुलेट किया, राइट? So I can get the PT lim equation over here, right? So PT lim is equal to 41.61 FCK upon Fy XU lim upon D. ठीक है, यहाँ पे देखो लिमिटिंग है इसलिए यहाँ पे लिमिटिंग आया. So this PT limit, now if you see carefully this equation, मैंने आगे भी बताया था लिमिटिंग वैल्यू इज डिपेंड ऑन ग्रेड ऑफ द स्टील. तो देखो ग्रेड ऑफ द स्टील और मटेरियल इटसेल्फ. तो यहाँ पे देखो XU lim by D, तो ये इक्वेशन Fy के ऊपर डिपेंड है, ये वैल्यू Fy के ऊपर डिपेंड है. दिस इज ऑल्सो ग्रेड ऑफ कॉन्क्रीट, ग्रेड ऑफ स्टील. सो दिस इज द लिमिटिंग वैल्यू गिवन बाय द कोड. अभी PT lim में से AST lim फाइंड करना है आपको, तो PT BD अपॉन 100 कर लोगे, यू विल गेट द AST lim. Is it clear everyone?
Yes.
Is it clear everyone? You don't have to remember all this, हाँ? ये सिर्फ समझने के लिए आपको ये इक्वेशन आपको याद रखना है. AST is equal to PTBD upon 100. And this equation, PT lim equation is not available in IS 456. ये इक्वेशन SP 16 में दिया है. SP 16. Right. So now on the basis of this much of understanding, what we are going to do is we are going to start with the example. So first we will do to only familiar you all with the equations that we have derived till today. I'm giving you two type of example. One is to find the depth of neutral axis and second is to find the moment of resistance. So everyone write down this data. A rectangular under reinforced section of 300 width and 500 effective depth is reinforced with 3 bars of Fe415 each of 16 mm diameter. Grade of concrete is M20. What you need to do is you need to find the depth of neutral axis. You need to find what is the depth of neutral axis as per IS 456. So these two things you need to find over here. Just ignore this part over here. Just you need to concentrate on this. Clear everyone? Chalo, write down this data. From here we are going to start with the design part. These two examples are not the design example because already the cross section of beam is given in terms of 300 and 500 and the area of steel is given. तो ये design example नहीं है. This is a analysis kind of example only to make you familiar with the equation, how you can use the equation. Is it clear? Is it completed? चलो लिख दिया फटाफट आंसर दो.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now here it is mentioned the section is rectangle section. Beam section is rectangle beam. Then the dimension is given, width dimension and effective depth. Effective depth का notation है small d. Overall depth बोले तो capital D. Effective depth दिया है. Then 3 bars of grade Fe415. 16 mm diameter के 3 बार डाले हैं. Right, and grade of concrete is given M20. So what is given that I am writing over here? B is equal to 300 mm. Effective depth is given 500 mm. Then it is given that 3 bars, 3 numbers of 16 mm diameter बार. ये ऐसा दिया है. Fe415 मतलब Fy दिया है 415 न्यूटन पर mm स्क्वायर एंड Fck दिया है 20 न्यूटन पर mm square. Right, this data is given and you need to find depth of neutral axis XU. Chalo, how to find depth of neutral axis? Chalo, this equation. This equation is available in Annexure G. F1 AST 136 L into D. Now here first you need to find out area of steel. So what is area of steel? As I told earlier, area of steel, if you want to find, then it is equal to number of bars into diameter of one bar. नंबर ऑफ बार कितने दिए हैं? 3 नंबर्स. डायमीटर क्या दिया है? 16. 5/4 16. चलो क्विकली टेल मी व्हाट इज AST.
AST 603.19.
AST is equal to
603.19.
603.19.
603.19 mm square. Right. Now Fy is given 415. AST you have. FCK is 20. B is given as 300. D is given as 500. Here also 500. You can easily find depth of neutral axis. Chalo find करो. You need to make sure that all the units are same or not. जल्दी जल्दी. हाँ, इतना स्लोली करोगे तो पूरा हम सिलेबस खत्म ही नहीं कर पाएंगे. This is only the beginning. There are two things I can do. One, I can explain you by writing in on whiteboard and you can give me the answer because answer फिर मेरे पास नहीं होगा. Or else I have all the design example ready with me in form of PPT. तो सिर्फ मैं PPT पे दिखा दूंगी आपको. हाँ बोलो.
ये दोनों साइड D है तो D कैंसिल कर दो तो भी चलेगा ना?
चलेगा चलेगा चलेगा.
79.5.
79.5. Unit depth of neutral axis. Depth मतलब mm. Right. So this is your first answer. It is also mentioned that what is depth of neutral axis as per 456. तो as per 456 ये equation आपको कहाँ से मिलेगा? And next is you always make a habit to write the clause number that you are taking from IS 456. Whenever you use any of the value from code, at right side you need to mention कि कहाँ से लिया. चलो. Now limiting depth of neutral axis. XU lim by D. Now XU lim by D. Your grade of steel is 415. तो कहाँ से लेना है हमें? कोड में से 38.1. कौन सा है वैल्यू 415 के लिए? For Fe 415, see this Fe 415 XU max by Lee is 0.48. Okay, so here I am writing 0.48. कहाँ से लिया ये? क्लॉज 38.1 नोड. Right. चलो put value of D and find out X unit.
240.
230.
40.
हाँ
40.
240.
Yes.
240. Now here your XU is less than XU lim. Which type of section is this? If XU less under A.
Under M.
Right. Is it clear everyone? This is just to you familiar with the equation. कैसे यूज करना है, कहाँ से कौन सी वैल्यू लेनी. क्लियर?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now next. Yes. Now next example, example 2. A reinforced concrete beam of size 400 by 500 is made up of M25 grade of concrete and reinforced with first 6 number of 25 dia, second 3 number of 25 dia, third 2 number of 20 plus 4 number of 60. Grade of steel is 415. What you require to find? Calculate moment of resistance of beam and also find the area of steel for the limiting section. Right. So here again B is given as 400 mm. Just write down this data. Huh? Small d is given as 550 mm. ये मत लिखो यहाँ पे 550 mm. Then M25 दिया है, उसका मतलब FCK is given as 25 Newton per mm square. Then FE 415 means Fy is given as 415 Newton per mm square. Now first हम किसके लिए करेंगे? 6 number of 25 mm dia. So I can write directly AST is equal to 6 into 5 by 4 into 25 square. I can get value of AST in mm square. हाँ, then after उसके बाद AST फाइंड करो, उसके बाद क्या फाइंड करो? XU फाइंड करो, जो हमने आगे किया. Then after find out XU lim. ठीक है. और आपको और एडिशनली क्या फाइंड करना है? मोमेंट ऑफ रेजिस्टेंस. हाउ टू फाइंड मोमेंट ऑफ रेजिस्टेंस? You are having two equations for moment of resistance. One is compression equation and second one is tension equation. कौन सा इक्वेशन की बात कर रही हूँ मैं? कहाँ पे दिया है वो? Where is it given? चलो आंसर दो, एक ही लेक्चर में भूल जाते हो आप लोग. हाँ, एनेक्सर जी में दिया है ये इक्वेशन कंक्रीट का और स्टील का.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So any of the equation you can use to find the mu, moment of resistance. Either you can use steel equation or you can use the concrete equation. Make sure जब भी आप ये कंक्रीट का सपोज इक्वेशन यूज करो तो आपका जो XU है वो XU वैल्यू यहाँ पे डालना है. लिमिटिंग नहीं डालना है. लिमिटिंग कब आएगा? जब आप when you are considering only the grade of steel तो ही आपका mu lim आएगा. But here you are considering your actual depth of neutral axis. यहाँ पे आप फाइंड करोगे actual depth of neutral axis. तो ये जो वैल्यू है वो वैल्यू यहाँ पे डालो. Instead of XU max, XU and your mu lim become mu. So either you can use this equation or you can use this equation. Both will give the same answer. Both will give the same answer. Is it clear everyone? What do you need to do?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
कोई भी इक्वेशन यूज करो. एक बात याद रखो सिर्फ कि अगर XU इक्वल टू XU लिम है, आता है कुछ, तो ही आपको वो XU लिम का वैल्यू लेना है इक्वेशन में. अदरवाइज यू नीड टू यूज योर एक्चुअल वैल्यू ऑफ न्यूट्रल एक्सिस ओनली. राइट. तो ये फर्स्ट के लिए ऐसा करो. सेम वे फॉर सेकंड के लिए. व्हाट अबाउट थर्ड? Third, this is called the combination of reinforcement. Combination of reinforcement मतलब I will show you in next class I will show you with video also combination of bar क्या होता है, that not only you have used single diameter of bar in your section but you have used the variety of diameter, some small some bigger. So here also 20 mm diameter लिया है and 16 mm diameter लिया है. 20 के 2 बार लिए हैं, 16 के 4 बार लिए हैं कि सपोज तो कैसे किया है 2 नंबर ऑफ 20 mm डाल. नाउ देयर आर सम रूल्स कि अगर कॉम्बिनेशन बार लिए हैं तो हायर डायमीटर बार को आपको कहाँ पे रखना है, लोअर डायमीटर बार को कहाँ पे रखना है. सो दैट ऑल आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू एट द टाइम ऑफ डिजाइनिंग. बट यहाँ पे कुछ ऐसा किया है कि जो हायर डायमीटर होता है वो एक्सटीरियर ऐसे बाहर रखे जाता है इस तरीके से. सो दिस टू आर द 20 mm diameter and 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are the 4 number of 16 mm diameter. Likewise this way the reinforcement are placed. तो इसका AST क्या होगा? Can anyone tell me? ऐसे बार का AST क्या होगा? Equation will remain same. 2 into pi by 4 20 square plus again 4 into pi by 4 16 square. Clear everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. बस तो ये ऐसे करना है and the same process and the same process. Can you do that?
Yes, ma'am.
ये MU
Yes.
मिलेगा. और क्या आपको फाइंड करने को बोला है? एरिया ऑफ लिमिटिंग, एरिया ऑफ स्टील फॉर लिमिटिंग सेक्शन, मतलब AST लिम फाइंड करने को बोला है. तो AST लिम कहाँ से मिलेगा आपको? यू कैन गेट द AST लिम फ्रॉम दिस इक्वेशन, यहाँ से. ठीक है, तो ये इसका स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो आप. पहले PT लिम फाइंड कर लो ये इक्वेशन में से. यहाँ पे XU लिम लेना है आपको, मतलब डिपेंड ऑन ग्रेड ऑफ स्टील. 415 है तो 0.48 ले लेना. ठीक है, और फिर AST लिम फाइंड करना है. PT लिम फाइंड करो, देन PT लिम B into D upon 100 करोगे, you will get the AST lim. And always your limiting value, जो भी आप स्टील प्रोवाइड कर रहे हो उससे आपका लिमिटिंग ज़्यादा ही होता है. क्लियर एवरीवन?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
चलो, so this is about your homework. Just do at your place. Next time when you come, just we will check whether you all are getting same answer or not. And from next onwards, I will start with the design of reinforced concrete beam. ये तो हमने सब जो बैकग्राउंड होता है बीम का, इक्वेशन का, कौन कौन से पैरामीटर्स वी नीड टू मेक श्योर, वो सब हमने देख लिया. नाउ वी कैन स्टार्ट विद द डिज़ाइन ऑफ beam, reinforced concrete beam. Before that I will show you one video so that you can have the image in your mind that what we are going to do or what we will do throughout the beam design. तो एक मैं साइट का वीडियो आपको दिखाऊंगी. इन दैट आई विल शो यू ईच एंड एवरी पार्ट ऑफ द बीम सो दैट जब हम कैलकुलेशन करेंगे तो आपको वो समझ में जल्दी आ जाएगा. ठीक है?
Yes.
ओके, चलो.
Yes.
लिख लिया आपने? ये स्क्रीनशॉट ले लिया है?
Yes, ma'am.
ओके,
Yes.